Hello class. So your first math assignment wants you to do some estimation or rounding to determine if your product, your answer, is going to be between 3,000 or 6,000, and those would be the problems that you actually work out. So we're just going to go through some rounding or estimation just so you can be reminded like we did last week. All right, so we're going to start with the number 18, and I'm going to underline the tens place value and highlight the ones. So I will be looking, I want to round the tens place value, and I'm looking at the ones place value, the number I have highlighted, to determine what I'm going to round it to. 8 is greater than 5, so I'm going to round up to 20. All right? So then we have 24. Again, we're doing the tens place value, and we're looking at the 4. The 4 is less than 5, so we're going to round down to 20. All right. Now we have 99, all right? 9 is greater than 5. It's going to round up. But this 9 is also going to round up, and so it's going to round up to 100. And then we have the number 62, all right? So we are going to, if you look at the 2 is less than 5, and so we will be rounding down to 60. All right, let's do some bigger numbers. 328. So we're going to look at the tens place value again. And the 8 is greater than 5, so we will be rounding the 2 up to 330. Now we can do the same number, but we can choose a different area to focus on rounding. So if I wanted to round the hundreds place value, I would look at the tens place value, right? Behind it, 2 is less than 5, so we're going to round down. See, all the numbers following are 0. All right, next. So we have 165. 5 is greater than 5. It's 5 or greater. So we are going to round up to 170. 6 is also greater than 5. So we are going to round 165 up to 200. All right, let's look at the first problem on that first worksheet. We have 132 times by 34. All right, so we're going to start with the rounding or making an estimation. All right, so I'm looking at the 3 in 132. So 2 is less than, it's going to become 130. All right, now I'm looking at the 34. 4 is less than, it's going to become 30. All right, then we can multiply. Well, 0 times anything is 0. And then we have to make sure we included 0 placeholder, okay? And then we have 3 times 3 is 9, plus 3, or 3 times 1 is 3. So I don't even have to add this up because anything plus 0 is going to be itself. So I know my estimated answer is 3,900. It is greater than 3,000, less than 6,000. All right, problem number 5. We have 158 times by 41. So I underline the 5 and highlight the 8. This is going to round up to 160. And 41 is going to round down to 40. Okay? Again, 0 times anything is 0. 4 times 0, we always have to do the placeholder. And then we have to do 4 times 6 and 4 times 1. So 4 times 6 is going to be 24. Carry the 2. And this is going to turn into 64. 64, okay? All right. Now, I could always round this differently. All right. 400. So I don't have to do anything with 400, okay? 400 is already rounded. It's already estimated. It's 400. There's no rounding necessary. But with 29, I'm going to look at, and I'm going to round this to 330, okay? So then again, 0 times anything is 0. And 3 times, I have to have a placeholder, and then 2 zeros, and then a 12. So I'm going to have 12,000, okay? This is clearly bigger than what we want, all right? So I will be working number 1 and number 5 out, but not number 7, all right? So, number 1, 132 times by 34. So first, 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4. And add 1 is 5. All right, I got to put my placeholder 0. Always, always. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 1 is 3. And then we add. So then we have 8. We have 8. We have 14, carry the 1, and we have 4. All right, number 5, 158 times by 41. All right, so 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 1 is 1. Placeholder 0. 4 times 8 is 32. Carried the 3. 4 times 5 is 20 plus 3 is 23. 4 times 1 is 4. Okay, but I have to add the 2, right? So 4, 5, 6. All right, then we add 8, 7, 4, 6. Okay, we're going to do 3 more problems from the other multiplying sheet. And if you look at the bottom of it, it tells you there's answers on the bottom that you need to select and cross them out after you solve the problems. All right, so problem, this one is 580 times by 30. Well, 0 times 0 is going to be 0. 0 times 8 is going to be 0. 0 times 5 is going to be 0. Got to do that placeholder. 3 times 0 is going to be 0. All right, 3 times 8. So we have 8, 16, 24, right? Carry the 2. 5 times 3, or 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 is 17. And then we add 0, 0, 4, 7, 1. All right. And if you guys don't realize, you guys can hit pause at any point so you guys can rewatch a portion or have me slow down, okay? All right, next one. 1,236 times by 55. Looks a lot bigger, a little more intimidating, but we can do it. All right, so 6 times 5 is 30. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 5 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 6. All right, so we got to do that 0 placeholder, okay? So then we have 5 times 6 is 30. And if you notice, I've been crossing these out so I don't get confused by them, okay? All right, so 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3 is 18, just like before. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. All right, so then we just add 0, 8, 9, 7, 6. All right, last one. So 2,409 times by 23. All right, so 9 times 3, well, we have 9, and it goes 9, 18, 27. All right, so 3 times 0 is 0, but plus 2. And 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 would be 7. All right, 0 for placeholder. All right, 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 2 would be 4. And then we just add. So we have 7. We have 10. We got to carry the 1, so that's 4. We have, this would be 15, carry the 1, and that's 5. All right. So if you have any questions, please let me know. We will have a discussion area to discuss the problems. So I encourage you to utilize that and share information and talk with each other. All right. Thank you.